So welcome back everyone, Mike here. Today's video is sponsored by Exmark, makers of professional grade mowers. So it's another beautiful day here in western Pennsylvania, and it's going to be warm later on today, but you can definitely tell fall is in the air. And today we're going to cut and split a little bit of firewood, and we're going to talk about why it's so important to make sure your firewood is dry before you use it. Now this tree that I'm working on this morning, this is black cherry, also known as choke cherry, wild cherry, very common here in Pennsylvania. Now this tree was taken down about 2 weeks ago. It's a green tree, and what I mean by green is it has a lot of moisture in it. As a matter of fact, about half of this tree's weight is water. What we're going to do now is we're going to split a piece of this open, and I'll grab my moisture meter and we'll see what the moisture content is in this piece of wood that was cut down about 2 weeks ago. This piece right here was cut, split, and stacked about 4 months ago. Alright, so like I said, this piece of wood right here came from a tree that was taken down 2 weeks ago, and I just cut it and just split it right now. This piece of wood right here, this was cut, split, and stacked about 4 months ago. We're going to take the moisture meter and check the moisture in both pieces and see where we're at. This piece here, (26.8%). 26.8. This is not ready to burn. After 4 months, this cherry right here is down to 13.5%. This is ready to burn. Now firewood, it has stored energy in it. Now when that wood is burned and it's dry, that energy is transformed into heat that's pumped into your house. Now when your wood is wet, a lot of that energy is absorbed by the moisture. Now besides being less energy efficient, burning wet wood also produces more smoke, it builds up more creosote in your chimney, and it's also obviously harder to light to get that fire started. Now there are several different ways to determine if your firewood is dry and ready to burn. One way is dry firewood weighs noticeably less than green firewood. That's because it lost a lot of its moisture. Another way to tell is the sound. These are 2 pieces of dry firewood. Like I said, these are around 13% moisture content. If you listen to this, dry, all right? This is the stuff that's green. Same species of tree, completely different sound. Now my opinion is the best way to determine if your wood's dry or not without any question is a moisture meter. This is just a general, it's very inexpensive. I will put a Amazon affiliate link in the description. I think they're 20 or 25 bucks. I've had this one now for probably 2 years, maybe 3 years. I use it all the time. Works really well. It's not a lot of money. It's a cheap insurance policy. Alright, to kind of review what we talked about here today, firewood that is not properly seasoned, it's harder to get lit and to get that fire started. Number 2 is it's much less energy efficient than good seasoned firewood. Number 3, it produces much more smoke. And number 4, you're going to get a creosote buildup in your chimney. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't think it really matters if you buy your firewood, if you cut your own firewood, or if you're a firewood seller. I think it's very important to know if your firewood is dry and ready to burn, and in my opinion the best way to do so is with a moisture meter. Like I said, there's other ways. You can do the sound test by weight. They'll check and crack, and sometimes, you know, the best thing is if you're cutting your own firewood, you know when you cut it, split it, and stacked it, and you know about a year from now it's going to be ready to go. That's really the best way. Lastly, before I wrap this video up, I want to thank Exmark for sponsoring today's video. We really appreciate it. We partnered with Exmark almost a year ago, and they're a great company. They make great machines. We have the Laser Z S series, and we love it. I will put a link in the description for more videos like mine. There's several other creators that they partnered with. One of them is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead. He's a friend of mine. But check out that link in the description if you want to see more videos like that. But anyway, like I always say, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like button, click subscribe, and share them with your friends. Thanks.